How'd the meeting with Jason over Bay West go after I left?
It was good. Alex spent pretty much the whole time teaching him about human behavioral stuff.
Yeah, okay.
So it was interesting in that way.
Sure.
And he seemed like he was really into it.
Like he was or he wasn't?
He was.
Yeah. It is
So-
pretty fucking fascinating shit if you've never heard it before.
Yeah.
Fucking Alex blew my mind in his living room that day. First time I met him, that I actually learned about it from him.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck. That's a game changer. Like, values? What?
Yeah. We just went and grabbed
There he is.
the blow-up bed and put the blow-up bed down on the main floor and lived there for 3 weeks.
I had a
Can afford
burger,
to eat poutine.
and we learned something new yesterday, which is that Steve and I both place our burgers upside down when we're not eating them, and that was surprising to Warren. And then Jen realized that her whole life she's been conforming to the authority of the plate standard that says the hamburger needs to go the right way up.
I find the problem with that is that if it's upside down, when I pick it up, the shit all falls out the bottom.
Well, you're not holding it good enough then. Yeah. Anyways, I'm an upside down. Feel free to place your comment on our video blog today. We ask the audience to let us know who puts their burger right ways up and who puts it upside down.
So, been up to anything fun lately?
Have I done anything fun?
Or maybe the question should be tabled. Do we ever do anything just for fun?
I mean, I don't. Not on purpose.
I don't know that I do either. I think the things that are fun to me have a purpose behind them.
Yeah. I found a hard time getting into that box.
We'll pause.
The I need to eject the rest of my life in order for something to qualify as fun
Right.
box. You know, I have more fun in my strategy meetings with my customers than I probably have fun doing anything else.
Yeah.
Warren, you hungry?
You're allowed to eat.
Yeah.
So I can't eat and film at the same time.
Could if you just set it up with
You know
tripod.
that turns into a tripod, right?
It's not reliable. I wouldn't risk the equipment on it.
It's literally its primary function, dude.
You haven't seen some of the things Alex has done with the camera and that tripod. Like the day we get it, affixing it to his sunroof in his car and driving down the highway with the
At
camera
like
sticking out
100
the top.
kilometers an hour.
Did you really?
Of course.
Yeah.
Warren, have you made any modifications to your vehicle lately? Haven't added any more coyotes or anything?
Dude, he told us a story yesterday about how he blew up a plastic container by driving into it on Deerfoot.
I wonder what I'll hit on Deerfoot today.
Your goals.
Hey, well, you're up, Alex.
We don't really have a meeting unless Rene is here, so
Okay.
You're gonna check in or are you?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
sure. I was waiting for you. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
really a meeting if it's him and I.
Go for it.
I can talk to Everett anytime I like, mostly. I just choose not to because it's not productive often. Honestly, I want to tell you a bunch of lies. Apparently. So the confusing thing about to be honest is, does that mean everything else they've said except what they're about to say is a lie, or does it mean what they're about to say is a lie, or else there would be no reason for them to say this is going to be the truth? It's a tricky one. Well, the interesting thing is I know it's a lie because I said honestly, but I don't know why it's a lie.
What was it?
So this whole Alexander trying to solve the cash on, so I want to say it again honestly. So the lie is that this is my number one perceived problem. all the time. And I guess it's a lie because it's not really a problem. I've been attempting to solve the cash flow problem for like a decade of my life. And with any other problem, like uploading the video blog, after a week, I would normally be like, this is not my job anymore. I'm holding on to it because I perceive nobody else wants to do it. And for some reason, it's a unique thing where I feel like I don't really give a fuck if you want to upload the video blog or not. Like, you're gonna. Because it's like, has to be done. That's life, right? So why the fuck exactly do I hold on to this one? Like, why am I in charge of collections? And the fact of the matter is, as long as I'm in charge of it, it's just gonna happen whenever I get emotional about it. It doesn't happen according to any plan. So like, I wanna get past this. I wanna get past it. I don't wanna have anything to do with the money. Like, this is another one of those things that I'm clinging to, thinking I have to be the one to solve the problem. Maybe I am the problem.
Why not have Jamie coordinate all of that, or at least come up with a game plan that makes sense to her, because maybe she'll look at it a different way than you have. Because you can't solve a problem with the same thinking that created it, and you're the thinking that created it.
Right.
Right. So maybe it's time to get somebody else's brain working on it and see if they can think of a different angle that you haven't thought of.
I don't fucking know. I feel like
That means you don't want to look.
it means I don't want to do it anymore. So I don't know, it's just very confusing. So I'm just faced with, like, do I continue holding on to this problem? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I perceive that what I'm doing doesn't fucking work. I perceive that I'm holding on to a problem that fucks with my identity. That maybe other people could do better than me. I feel like I'm missing information and I'm missing data or an awareness or experience that would allow me to feel differently about this. I don't know what to look for in order to know if we're being successful or not. I don't have a fucking clue.
Maybe it's as simple as that. Having an all-company meeting to just go, guys, this morning, everything gets put on hold. We're going to brainstorm. You guys are going to brainstorm. Let's get the ideas out of your guys' heads to solve this problem.
I think that can happen, and also the accountability needs to move. I'm holding on to an accountability I'm not suited for, and I've not proven that I can do a good job in. So I've been thinking ever since I read that book, ever since I read that Fifth Discipline book, I've had in my head that there's an active system and there's a passive system, right? And the book says that there's always the greatest leverage in the passive system. And so it's like, okay, the active system is collect money, spend money. The restricting system, I've been trying to figure out what it is. And in this conversation, I feel like I'm the restricted system. Alexander's emotions are the passive restricting system, right? So the greatest leverage is in either giving me the tools I need to eliminate the delay or remove me so that there can't be a delay.
So what if you could bridge the gap between these two systems with Jamie, Jen, Everett, Christine, Johnny, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not Alex.
There's something keeping me from giving myself permission to do that. And from my perceived willingness of them to receive it. Like, I perceive, I'm like feeling it. There's a wall here. I'm like, I don't want them to know. I don't want them to have to do it. I don't want them to have to bear that burden. I don't want them to have to take it on. They don't want to do it. It's stressful for them. It's a sensitive topic. Right, the only reason I'm hanging on to it is because I have emotion about it. Because I'm like, this is my burden to bear. It's my company. I have to do it. No one else wants to.
So you're the system master. you're the dude who builds systems.
Yes.
Okay. So, and you're also the one that has 100% ownership and accountability of self, governance of self, with the exception of your emotional connection to money. Right? So can you not build yourself a system that lets you make those decisions?
Yeah, I've done that. And I still procrastinate, and I still gamble, and I still estimate, and I still... Yeah, absolutely. I've spent the last year of my life building systems to mitigate all these risks.
If that's the case, you haven't built the system of making the decisions, because you can run a system. Jamie provides all the information that you need.
Yes.
And the hang-up, based on what I've heard, is you involving your emotions. You need to build a better system to provide you with an answer that you can give without being emotional about it.
Which would depend on me getting clear dates and promises from my customers that are upheld, and being able to give my vendors upstream clear promises and dates that are upheld, which have proven impossible to get.
Or building a system that factors all of those variables in, that says, if this, then this. If this, then this. And then running that through your staff. Because it has to be somebody...
And I could probably work on the systems better if I weren't in them. I can work on systems that I'm not in. Right? When I'm in a system, I just work it. When I'm outside of a system, I can fix it. It's very hard for me to do both.
Right.
I need to be okay with letting it go. One of the biggest challenges that I face as a business owner is having a proximity to the systems and the processes that I am both managed by and also want to make changes in. And as we've gone from, zero to over $1 million in revenue, that problem, that challenge of bringing effective changes into the systems in my business is a challenge that I very rarely have certainty in. It's easy to move problems around in a company. It's a lot harder to change systems in a way that we break through plateaus or we significantly impact the course or the direction of the company towards what would be more fulfilling or more integral or more rewarding for the culture and the growth of the company. I'm learning to become more prudent with that. I'm learning to be more careful and to acknowledge my own weaknesses and to be vulnerable and share where I'm coming from so that my team can help guide us towards effective solutions rather than listening to my commands or my instructions verbatim. It's critical that I create a safe space for my employees to play a part in voicing their feelings and their concerns and their input and their recommendations. Today's episode is about that. It's about making effective decisions when not necessarily all the data is present. Hope that there's something in here that resonates with you. We'd love to hear your feedback. If you have any comments or any feedback from me, that's awesome. Otherwise, if we've helped you see something or learn something in your own life, we'd love to hear that too. Otherwise, like this video, share it with your friends, tag someone that you think needs to hear this, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 56 of Daily Genius.